Hey guys, it's Robin, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. And today is going to be a long video, I suspect. I don't know how long it's going to be yet, but it's probably going to be long. There's a lot to talk about here, and there's a lot swirling around the Scentsy community right now. So I wanted to just hop on and kind of state some changes that are coming up in Scentsy-Land. Some of them are going to be rough ones to adjust to, and people are feeling all sorts of way about these changes, and this video is not going to be trying to put a positive spin or sugarcoat those changes, but this is also not going to be a rant video. So if you're looking for a hate Scentsy rant video, this isn't it. This also isn't going to be a sugarcoating. This is actually a great thing. These are great changes. This is going to be just, here's the information, here's what is actually changing, this is what is not changing, and here's how it's actually going to affect you as a customer or as a consultant. So that is what this video is. A lot of this information will affect both consultants and customers. So the customer-based information I will front load to the beginning of the video. The stuff that only affects consultants I will put towards the end of the video, so that if you don't care about the consultant end of things, you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. So that is kind of the game plan here. So we were given the information about these changes on, I want to say, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. So we had that information on Workstation with really no context. There was just articles put out with the information in them. So that was posted, and then people kind of ran with it. People were misreading things, people were kind of reading into things, and there was a lot of confusion in the air. So I tried to wait for the dust to settle because CEO Dan Orchard said he was going to do a video kind of talking about the changes. So rather than put my 2 cents in on Tuesday, I thought I would wait until we get a really good grasp on what these changes actually are and what they are not, and then wait for the head office to actually speak to the context for these changes, because I think context is important sometimes. Does it mean that we're going to love the changes after we know the context? No, but it is helpful to have context sometimes. So I decided to wait for that, so that is why this video is coming out on Thursday instead of Tuesday. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to try not to narrate my opinions necessarily. I will probably share them here and there, but this is going to be an informational video about what the changes are, how that is likely to affect you as either a consultant or a customer, and your options around that. So, okay, so the first thing is kind of like a smaller one. We'll start out easy, just dip our toes in. So the first one is product discontinuations. Often at the beginning of a new catalog cycle, there are products discontinued. So there will be a couple complete product lines discontinuing starting on March 1st in the spring and summer catalog. So in the spring and summer catalog, we will not have car bars or travel twists anymore globally. So car bars are the plastic car fresheners that you can hang in your rearview mirror. Those just are not a particularly good seller. A lot of folks find they aren't terribly effective depending on the scent. So those are being discontinued, along with the travel twists, which I personally have never had any luck with. Some people swear by them, but it seems like they don't sell particularly well. And I do find a lot of people have described my experience as well with the travel twist, where they just don't find they perform. So they're getting rid of products that just aren't performing. The other thing that is going away, only for region 2 and 3, so for Europe and for Australia, New Zealand, North America and Mexico are keeping this line, is the body line. So the body line is your soap, all of that good stuff, your hand cream, that sort of thing. That is going away for Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. North America is keeping it for now. So the next section we're going to talk about here is bundles, because I think that's going to impact the most customers the most. Then we're going to talk about parties, which are going to impact consultants and some customers. Like if you have personal shopping links that you do, there are some small changes to parties, and we'll talk about that. And then there's going to be some consultant stuff. Now, all of the changes that we're talking about here are going into effect March 1st. So we have some time. We've got a month and a half to digest this, process this, decide what it's going to mean for us as a consumer or as a consultant, and decide what we want to do. So that is what is going on there. March 1st is kind of the date that these all go into effect. So for the time being, nothing has changed. For the time being, all is still the same as it was on Tuesday when these bombs all dropped. So before we move on to the changes themselves, from what I understand from the live today is that these changes are financially motivated. So Scentsy says they are currently profitable, but they are in a downward trend right now, and that to mitigate any further problems down the road, they do need to make these changes to remain profitable. So for them to remain doing well and to remain consistent and keep providing product for us for years to come, they need to change course. And what they're doing with that is they're going back to the roots as a party company. So they've changed up some of the party stuff. They've changed up a few things here. Some of it makes a lot of good sense, and I've wondered why they haven't done this sooner. Others, there are definite cons. So the first thing is bundles. These are going to affect the most consumers because, I mean, we all order bundles, consultants and customers alike. We order bundles all the time. So the bundles as they are right now are, there's the ones that are simple to understand. The buy 5, get 1 free, that's very easy to understand. That is changing in a big way. So buy 5, get 1 free will no longer exist, except for the bars. Buy 5, get 1 free bars will still exist only through your consultant. So if you go on the website yourself and you order bars, when you add 6 to your cart, it will give you 10% off. So all of the things that were buy 5, get 1 free, your bars, your scent packs, your room sprays, and your Scentsy pod packs, all of those are now going to be buy 6, get 10% off. It works out to a little bit less of a discount, but that was necessary to keep the bundling program and to avoid overall price increases. So rather than increase the price of all bars by 50 cents, they increase the price less by just making the bundle amount a bit less of a deal than the free bar. So you are paying a few dollars more there. Now, because bars are the bread and butter of Scentsy, that is literally the thing we do the most. That is the wax. That's the bread and butter. Because that is kind of the main thing, they are offering us the option to order through your consultant. So consultants can place orders for buy 5, get 1 free through our websites, which will help consultants because a lot of consultants do things like markets, craft fairs, that sort of thing. They can still buy their bars, buy 5, get 1 free, and you can as a consumer as well. All you have to do is message your consultant, say, hey, I want to order bars, and let them know, and they can get that for you. And I am happy to chat with you guys all the time. So if you want to order bars that way, I would encourage you to do that. Like, that's exactly what I would encourage all customers to do, whether you're my customer or not, is contact your consultant, because we can get you that same deal even going forward after March 1st. So contact your consultant if you're going to be ordering wax. Even if you're ordering things other than wax, we can still put it all through in the same order. You don't have to pay shipping for wax and then again for the other stuff you want. We can put it all in one order. You get your wax for buy 5, get 1. It's going to be fine. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, as much as I like you, I don't want to message you every time I want wax, which I get. It is more work for the customer and for the consultant. And I like chatting with you guys, but if you don't want to chat and you just want to be like, hey, 6 bars please, or hey, 2 6-packs please, and then type out the cents, we don't have to chat if you don't want to. I'm happy to chat with you if you want to, but if you just want that transaction completed, text me, hey, here's my bar list. I will get you a total. You send it to me, and then we place the order and you're done. We don't have to do small talk if you don't want to. So, I mean, as much as I do love chatting with you guys, if you don't want to do the small talk piece, we don't have to make it a small talk thing. I will take zero offense to that. So there is that. So for ordering bars, you basically have 3 options here. You can order them off the website at the straight price, which is buy 6, get 10% off. That is an option. In Canada, you'll be paying about $4.80 per bundle more. In the US, you'll be paying $3 and change more. And if that's okay with you, you can do that. Or contact your consultant. We're happy to get you that old deal still. Still happy to get you the buy 5, get 1 free. We can do that, not a big deal, doesn't have to be a whole thing. The other option you do have is to put them in club. So you can create a temporary club. Lots of you guys do that already. So throw them in a club, have it ship. If you don't want that to be a recurring shipment, cancel it after it ships. And then you can still get your 10% off the bars, but if you reach $65 or $60 US or $79 Canadian, you will get a half off item in there as well, which you can use towards whatever else you want in the club shipment. So that's just a way that you won't get the free bar in club, but you will get potentially a half off item. So if you use club, you will get 10% off your order over $30 US or $40 Canadian. So that gives you the 10% off that you would have gotten on the website. It does not get you your free bar though. What it does get you is after $60 US or $79 Canadian, it gets you a half off item. So that is an option as well. So basically for bars, you have 3 options. Order through your consultant, pay the same thing you're paying now. No change, just have to message your consultant. The other thing is you can pay the extra few dollars and avoid talking to your consultant if you don't want to talk to us. That is an option. The other option you have is throw them into a Scentsy club. You get the 10% off, and if you're ordering enough bars, you will get a half off as well, which may be a little bit of extra icing on the cake and worth more than a free bar, actually. So there is that. So a lot of you will remember when Scentsy, I think it was in the fall? I think in the fall they started auto bundling. Now before that, Scentsy didn't have auto bundling. If you didn't know to look for the bundles, you didn't get the bundle price. So if you were a new customer coming into Scentsy and shopping a consultant's website, you would not get the bundle price unless you knew to look under a specific tab. They've changed that. Now bundles are much easier to access, even for new customers, because you can just add the things to your cart and it will prompt you, oh, you've added 3 bars. If you add 3 more, you get 10% off. So that's how that's going to work still. That's going to still exist. It will auto bundle. So if you add things to your cart, it will prompt you if you're close to a discount. So that first bit was the kicker. That was the one that people are really, really upset about. And I get it. It is less convenient to have to message your consultant rather than just place the order online. You do still have the option of placing your order online. It's just that you're going to be paying a few dollars more. So contact your consultant. I would encourage you to just put your orders through your consultant. That way we can get you that better deal. Okay, the other bundles they've overhauled. And again, in keeping with the rest, there is a slightly less discount in most of them. Some of them are actually better than they were before, others a little bit less. There's a rehauling of the bundles. Like I said, the buy 6, get 10% off applies to lots of things now. So anything that used to be buy 5, get 1 free is now buy 6, get 10% off. So like I said, your scent packs, your room sprays, your pod packs, your bars if you don't order through your consultant. And then also the oils now. The oils have never had a bundle deal. Now you can buy 6 oils, get 10% off. You couldn't do that before. That's a net win. And I will say, there are very few like actual wins here, but we'll take the ones where we can get them, okay? So that is one of them. The other thing we have here is fragrance flowers are still remaining as a 3-pack bundle. That is the only 3-pack bundle that remains as far as I'm aware. So your pick 3 bundles are gone. So your pick 3 counter cleans or your pick 3 washer whiffs or whatever it was, those are gonna be gone, but those ones only saved you $1 anyways. So they were kind of an ineffective bundle, to be honest. They just, people didn't buy those because they didn't save any more than $1. So if you're only on the market for 1 or 2 counter cleans, it's not worth it to order another one to save $1 typically. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that the people that did use it won't have it anymore, but I can honestly say I don't see it being used very often. So that is gone. And I think that's just kind of streamlining, just streamlining. So fragrance flowers, like I said, are still in the 3-pack bundle option. And again, all these bundles I'm talking about, you can still purchase all of these items individually on the website, same as you can now. That does not change. Just that if you want to bundle them, you can. It's just going to be different pricing configurations. Okay. So the 3-pack of fragrance flowers is still available. I do see that one used more often, so I'm glad it's staying. So 3 fragrance flowers will now be 10% off. In the US right now, I believe it's $6 off, $4 or $6 off. I did the math, and in Canada, this actually works out to be a better deal than we have now. In Canada, this is actually going to be about $1.20 less per fragrance flower bundle than it is now, so that's a win. In the US, it will be about 60 cents more than you're paying now for the fragrance flower bundle. So again, it is an increase. It is a 60-cent increase. These scent circles are going to stay in the 3-pack configuration bundle option. So you can get 2 packs of 3 scent circles for 10% off. So that will be that. The one thing I do really like here, this is probably my favorite change out of all these changes, is that, do you remember if you have a catalog handy, on one of the back pages, the bundle page is there. And there are Scentsy systems and there are perfect Scentsy bundles. Now those are so complicated because there's like 6 different tiers of pricing of warmers. They're so complicated. It's 3 bars, it's 6 bars, it's 2 warmers, it's 1 warmer, it's $50 warmer, it's $40. There's so many different it's so confusing. It is. It's hard. I don't even know them, and I live, eat, and breathe this stuff. Like, it's complicated. They're getting rid of that and simplifying it, thank goodness, to buy any non-licensed warmer and 6 bars and get 10% off. Easy to explain, easy to understand. You don't have to go and try to like put pieces together to figure out what it is you're wanting and, oh, I want that bundle, but does that warmer count as that, or does that warmer count as that? None of that. Any non-licensed warmer and 6 bars will be 10% off. Much nicer. Okay, so I did the math on one of these. I didn't do the math on all of them because, like I said, there's like 1,000 different bundle options there. But in US dollars, this is just a US dollar one, the $50 Scentsy system includes a $50 warmer and 3 bars. That works out to a 5% discount on that bundle. That is how it is now. That is how it is as of now before the changes. On March 1st, you won't be able to get it with 3 bars, but if you order that same $50 warmer and 6 bars, it will be a higher price point because you're buying 6 bars instead of 3 plus the warmer. it's going to be a higher price point, but you're getting 10% off instead of that 5% that you're getting now. So the percentage off is actually better with the new bundle system. It's just a different configuration, you know? So it's a better value than it is now. Does it cost more? Yes, because you're buying 6 bars instead of 3, but it is a better value. So there is that. It's 10% off rather than 5. Now that could vary from bundle to bundle. I only checked the one, but I would assume they're all pretty similar around that mark. So I think that the bundling of the warmer and bar bundles has actually improved a little bit. The other thing we've got with bundles happening is any diffuser and 6 oils will be 10% off. We have not had that. So any diffuser, premium or deluxe, and 6 oils, you get 10% off. So we also have those bundles that include different products, like our laundry bundle, which has your laundry liquid, your dryer discs, and your big washer whiff tub. That's sticking around. The classic clean bundle, which includes your bathroom cleaner, your counter clean, and your all-purpose cleaner, that is sticking around. So is the moisture medley, which includes all the body products, also sticking around. They do say updated product offerings. I don't know what that means yet. They have not said. So that could mean that maybe they've revamped the Laundry Love bundle to include maybe the dryer sheets as well. I hope that's what it is, because those are great. All of those are going to be just 10% off the individual price of the items in the bundle, 10% off. So the bundles will be 10% off. Yeah. Again, all of your bars, scent packs, room sprays, pods, and oils will be buy 6, get 10% off. So again, the name of the game is buy 6, get 10% off. That's your bundles. Or buy any warmer and 6 bars, get 10% off. And it's unlicensed warmers. So yeah, that is kind of how that works. The only exceptions to that are going to be your fragrance flowers, which comes a 3-pack, not a 6-pack, for 10% off. Or your scent circles, where you do get 6 scent circles, but you get 2 packs of 3 for 10% off. So that is what that looks like. Again, the toughest pill to swallow there, and the one that is legitimately going to be difficult for consultants and customers alike, is the buy 5, get 1 free bar being gone. That is going to sting. And again, if you're a consultant, it doesn't affect you directly as a consumer, as a consultant, because you can just order your own stuff, buy 5, get 1 free. But as a customer, it will affect you, because to get that best price point, you are going to have to directly contact your consultant, which I understand is inconvenient and not ideal. I asked about that in the group chat, or in the consultant call, and Chuck, who works at head office, said that that was the only way that they could offer that discount. It was either do away with that discount entirely and have no access to it, or offer it only through a workstation. So that was what they came up with to keep it available, at least on some level. So that is what it is. If you're an existing customer or someone that's new that's watching this down the road, I would encourage you to just contact your consultant and order through them. That way we don't get any extra perks for that. Like, we get the regular commission. We're not like getting extra perks secretly because you're doing that. That's not what this is. We get the same commission we would if you ordered through the website. It's just that this gives you the chance to get the best price on the bars, because that is what, as a consultant, I want. I want you to get the best price as a customer so that you are happy. So it's just fair. So contact your consultant. We don't mind. And for myself, like, my phone hasn't been off silent mode in like a decade. My phone is always on silent. If I'm awake and available, I will answer immediately. If I'm not, I'll answer when I can. So that is the thing. Never worry about, because we're across time zones, we're across countries. Don't worry about that. Message your, well, I can't speak for all consultants here, because I don't know if they have their phones on silent, but I have mine on silent all the time. So if you are on the East Coast or in the US or wherever you are, and you want to order bars, and you're like, this is my 5 minutes, I can actually send this message. Don't worry about what I am doing. Don't worry if I'm asleep. If I am, I won't see it until I wake up. It's fine. Because I know that there's often people who are like, oh, what time zone is she in? Like, should I message her? No, I can't. I don't want to bother her. So bother me. You won't bother me, because I won't get it until I'm available anyway. So never worry about that. Just wanted to let you know. And again, if you don't want to make the small talk and do the, hey, how are you? Oh, good. How are you? And you don't want to do that part, we can if you want. I'm happy to do that. Like, I'm happy with the small talk. I like to know how you're doing. A lot of my customers have become friends over time. I love that part of this. That is one of my favorite parts of this. But if you don't want that part, I'm not offended in any way. Like, if you just want to be like, hey, here's what I want, beautiful, I'll get you going. No worries. So just another, like, kind of exactly what this means for the bar bundles. Currently there is a 16% discount on a bar bundle, so at least in US dollars. Some of this is based on US dollars, even though I'm in Canada, because that's what the call was in US dollars. The bar bundles in the US at least have a 16% discount when you factor in the buy 5, get 1 free. That is what the discount works out to. It's 16%. Dropping it to 10% instead with the buy 6, get 10% off, that gives them 6% leeway. So you're paying a few dollars more. It gives them a little bit of leeway though to avoid a full increase price in bars. So it does increase it a little bit. Instead of doing an across the board sweeping bars now cost 50 cents or $1 more each, they're able to contain that to the bars are individually the same price still. We can still do 10% off in club. We can still do party rewards. We can still do a little bit of a discount with a 10% off bundling option, and your consultants can still do the buy 5, get 1 free. That is how they were able to make that work. So it sounds like they did a lot of kind of finagling to make it work financially, and that is what they came up with. Is it okay for you to be annoyed about that? It sure is. It sure is, because it is going to mean more dollars out of your pocket. That's what this is, which is not fun. And there's no spinning it to pretend that it is. But that is the reality. Things cost more now. And I do think they did a nice job of streamlining the existing bundles where they could. And for the most part, the increases in the bundle prices are small enough that I feel like they're smaller than some of the price increases we dealt with last year. So I feel like it was last year, maybe it was the year before, I can't remember. We had some pretty significant price increases, maybe it was the year before, where laundry went up quite a bit, fragrance flowers went up quite a bit. That was a while ago, and that was a lot per item. This is no dollars per item, but the bundles are a little bit different. So all in all, is it not fun? Yeah, it's not fun. Is it catastrophic? I don't know that it is. I mean, yes, we are giving up the pick 3 clean and pick 3 laundry to save $1. That is gone. But we are getting the Scentsy air purifier and pods. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Okay, yeah, so the diffusers and oils are buy 6, get 10% off. So are these Scentsy air systems, and that is going to include a whole bunch of different products, because one other part of this is they are renaming all of the pod dispensing systems. So Scentsy has several different things that dispense pods. So we have the air purifier, which is the highest ticket item. We have the Scentsy Air, which is the new one they released this fall that holds 4 pods. It sends up to like 1,000 square feet. We have the tabletop fan diffuser, which is like the little like decorative, they look almost like a warmer, but they hold pods. Yeah, the purifier is staying the Scentsy Air purifier. These are all staying the same prices as far as I'm aware. They are renaming them just to be more streamlined. So this doesn't impact costs at all. I think this is actually a great thing. So the air purifier is staying the air purifier. That's what it is. All of the pod systems are going to have Scentsy Air in the name, because air is what blows the scent around in those. It's just easier for people to understand. So the air purifier is staying the air purifier, done. The Scentsy Air that released in the fall is being renamed the Scentsy Air Quad, because it holds up to 4 pods. So Scentsy Air Quad, just a rename, same product. The tabletop fan diffusers, which are the fan diffusers that look sort of like a warmer almost, we have a few of them in the catalog. Those are being renamed the Scentsy Air. Now that is going to be confusing for a minute, because Scentsy Air is currently what is going to be the Scentsy Air Quad. So the tabletop fan diffusers are being renamed the Scentsy Air. That is going to be confusing for a bit, it just is. Then we have the wall fan diffusers, which are the ones that you plug into your wall directly. They hold up to 2 pods. They're really good. Those are going to be renamed the Scentsy Air Mini. Makes sense. Same thing as the tabletop fan diffuser, which is going to be the Scentsy Air. This is the Scentsy Air Mini. So it's kind of like a warmer, mini warmer comparison. Your tabletop fan diffuser is similar to a warmer. It just dispenses pods. It's going to be the Scentsy Air. The Scentsy wall fan diffuser, which is the same size and idea as a mini warmer, is going to be called the Scentsy Air Mini. So just makes sense that way. The Scentsy Go, which they again kind of revamped in the fall, is going to be called the Scentsy Air Go. So that one stays the same basically, they just add air. The mini fan, which is the little tiny ones that you can kind of plug in at your desk, are going to be called the Scentsy Air Solo, which I really like, because that is kind of what they are. They're for like a smaller space like your desk or your car. So Scentsy Air Solo, I like that. That it sounds much more catchy than mini fan diffuser, you know? Scentsy Air Solo, I like it. Okay, so that is just the renaming of the pod dispensing systems. Again, streamlining, simplifying. Good there. So The reason I talked about that just now is that those can now be bundled. So if you purchase any of those, air purifier, the Scentsy Air Quad, which is the Scentsy Air now, any of those pod dispensing systems, even a mini fan diffuser, if you get what is going to be the Scentsy Air Solo, if you get one of those or any of those pod dispensing systems, one of those and 6 pods, you save 10%. So that is kind of a handy way to do it. That is okay. Now you might be saying, what if I don't need a pod dispensing system and I have one already and I just want the pods? Then you can get the 6 pods, save 10%. But if you want to get like a new system, you can. You can get the system as well as the 6 pods and save 10%. And that does include the air purifier, which is great because the air purifier is a higher ticket item. And now you can bundle that with pods, which is great. So anytime we're getting something that we didn't have before, I'm considering that a win. In the end of the day, do some of these changes really inconvenience us and cost us? They do. But there are things here that are a little bit of a win, like a little bit of one. So you know what, we'll take them where we can get them. And that is one of them, is that the oils are now included in the bundles. You can now get the diffusers and 6 oils for 10% off. You can get any of the pod systems and 6 pods for 10% off, including the air purifier, which is a great value. And yeah, so I mean, some of the bundles are less value, but the warmer bundles I think are going to be a better value because like I said, the one I ran was a 5% discount is what it worked out to under the current system. Under the new system, that will be a 10% off situation. So that is a better value. So yeah. Okay, intermission time. I feel like I'm presenting so much information. This feels a little disorganized as it's coming out, but I'm trying to keep it as clear and concise and on track as I can. This is going to be so long. Okay. Next part here is parties. So this will affect people who host party links, either for just themselves, like personal shopping links, or who host actual parties. Customers or consultants, because most consultants also do have parties going. So basically a qualifying party is increasing from $200 US to $250. So the new party tiers, I'm going to go through them in Canadian and US dollars here. So the first tier is currently $200 US or $265 Canadian. That is going to be changing to $250 US or $330 Canadian. So that's the first tier, and that is a significant increase. $50 US, like just under $80 Canadian, $75 Canadian, somewhere in there. I'm bad at math. $400 US is the second tier, $530 Canadian. That is your free shipping tier as well. So the free shipping does stay at tier 2 on the party. So you do get your free shipping if your party order closeout is $400 US or $530 Canadian. The next tier is $600 US or $800 Canadian. I believe that was the $500 US 665 tier before. That is now $600 US, $800 Canadian. So again, significant jumps. And then the final level is the $1,000 US or $1,325 Canadian. And there's that one. So there is a significant increase to the parties here for the minimum rewards. The rewards have not changed. So at each of those tiers, you still get the same rewards that you would have before. It's just that you do have to have a little bit of a higher party to reach those rewards is the difference. The one thing that I am very pleased about here is that they have kept it so you can still keep parties open for 3 months. So I am glad that they, rather than doing something like changing it so they can only be open a month but keeping it the same, I think that would have been harder for customers and consultants. I like that they're keeping it at 3 months but raising the tier a little bit. I think that, I mean, again, inconvenient, yes. Is it great? No. But if we have to make changes, I would rather this than making them shorter. So there's that. Your half-offs, you still get them the same way. You still get the same number of them. They're just renamed host deals. They renamed them to host deals. They are still, I believe, half-off items. They haven't clarified that. For now, there is no reason to believe they're not half-off items. If that changes, I will put a thing in the comments below, tagged and pinned. But as of right now, half-offs are host deals. The thing I think they're doing here, and they have not confirmed this, but what I suspect this is that in future they may want to offer host incentives to have parties. Because one thing they talked about a lot in the call today is that they really need new customer acquisition, new consultants, and more parties being hosted to bring in new customers and new consultants. So that is kind of like the kind of base here. So one way to promote parties being opened is to offer host incentives, aside from your regular party rewards. So if you remember back in, I think it was December, maybe it was November, but in the last recent little while, they did a Scentsy Air promotion where you could redeem 1 or 2 of your half-offs for a really good Scentsy Air bundle, where you get a higher ticket item for a very, very good deal. So saying redeem your half-offs for this bundle just sounds clunky, whereas if you say we have a host deal, do you want to use one of your host deals for that? You can use your host deals for half off an item, or you can use your host deals on these other things. And that gives them, I guess, maybe the freedom. Now, they haven't said what they're doing with that yet. I hope that they use it to offer things that maybe you can't get outside of parties. Like, we have this warmer that maybe we've offered in the past, maybe we haven't, but we have this warmer and bar bundle that you can use a host deal on if you want to. And you can't get this warmer or bars any other way. So that might be kind of an incentive. I hope that's what they use it for. But I also hope they keep it at the 50%. As of right now, it is. So as of right now, there's no change to the party rewards, except they have renamed half-offs host deals, and the tiers to qualify for those rewards has changed upwards. Now, in the fine print on Workstation, it does say some of the new bundles may require multiple host deals to use, which is the half-offs, which they haven't been clear about that yet, but I would expect that based on the fact that the air purifier, the premium diffuser can all be bundled now, where they couldn't necessarily before, and those items all required multiple half-offs already. So I would expect that to kind of scale with the items, because as it is now, anything over, I can't remember the price point, anything over a certain price point you have to use 2 half-offs, and anything over another price point you have to use 3. Currently, there's only a few items that affects: your air purifier, your Scentsy Air, and your premium diffusers. Those are the only things that require multiple half-offs, so I would expect any bundles with those will require multiple half-offs. So there's that. We should get more clarity on that once the catalog is visible on February 1st. So how does this affect customers? I mean, it's going to mean that your party links that you have open are going to need more orders attached to them, or more dollars attached to them to qualify for rewards. Luckily, you do still have 3 months to have that happen. But it may mean, sharing a link with your friends more than you might have before, because a lot of folks do just kind of keep that link for themselves, and that's fine. That's what I encourage a lot of the time. Keep it for yourself, attach your own orders to it. And for some people that will be fine. Other people may find they need to have a friend order as well, or bring someone else into it, or whatever it is. So same for consultants. It's to kind of push us to bring new people into Scentsy. That is what it is. So that is the parties. Again, is this fantastic news? I mean, no. Do we want to have to pay more to have qualifying parties? I mean, no. But it is what it is. Okay. If you have held on this long, congratulations and thank you. If you are not a consultant and you don't want to watch any more of this, you can go now. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. And thank you for supporting the channel and sticking around. The next section here is for consultants. So this is changes to the consultant compensation plan. And this is also one of the more hotly contested parts of these changes. So as it currently is, they talked about this today and how they were considering changing this to something different. It used to be in Scentsy-Land years ago that you had to be active at least 1 out of every 3 months to remain a consultant. Otherwise you were canceled, which is a terrible word for it, but you were canceled and no longer a consultant. They changed that because it was too difficult and a lot of people weren't making that. So they made it once a year. In 1 month per calendar year, you have to be active. And currently, right now, active is 200 PRV in a calendar month. So as of March 1st, though, they are changing that to be active in a given month, you have to earn 250 PRV, which is approximately $250 US, or 250 Canadian PRV as well, which is about $330. So it is more. So they're making you sell a little bit more to reach active. Now, again, you only have to be active in 1 calendar month per year. There is a bit of a little kick here though, and that kick is, and this is one part that I think I have the most problem with. Personally, this is just me. I'm not gonna rant, but I am not pleased about this. So, in the new one, they are making Essential Consultant a rank. Currently, it's just a title. What does that mean? It means that when you join Scentsy right now, you are an Essential Consultant until after your first 1,000 PRV. And then you become Certified Consultant, and then you get a 5% permanent pay bump for life, is what we've been saying. That's what Scentsy's language has been. That's what our language has always been, because that's what Scentsy's language was. So at 1,000 PRV, you now have 25% commission for life. You get a 5% bump. That is changing. So now you still get 20% PRV on your first 1,000. That is the same. What changes is now it's no longer a 5% bump for life. It is 25% for every month after you reach certified that you're active. So instead of after 1,000 PRV, everything you order, even if you only place like a $50 order that one month, and that's you're your own consultant, you have no customers, you're just placing a $50 order that month, everything you order after that 1,000 PRV currently would be 25% commission. In the new system starting March 1st, we are not being grandfathered in, which I have an issue with. It will be 20% until you reach that 250 PRV threshold for the month, and then you will get your 25%. So that is what that is now. So you now have to requalify for the 25% every month. You do not have to be active every month to remain a consultant, to be clear. You don't have to be. But if you're not, you'll be getting 20% commission rather than 25%. Now, I have an issue with that because it was stated that that raise was for life. That is my issue with that. And I'll say no more about that. Now, at the end of the day, is that a make or break thing for a given consultant? I'm not sure. I mean, when we're talking dollar amounts, the commission difference between 200 PRV and 250 PRV is probably less than $20. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not talking huge amounts of money, but at the same time, it is enough that if you're a hobbyist consultant, $20 is still $20. That's not insignificant at all. So, I mean, yeah, there's that. For some people, this may be enough to make them walk away, and I get that. I respect that. That's valid. I get it. If you're a consultant who is like, you know, not just a hobbyist and you're not just your own consultant and you're kind of like making it a business, most of those consultants are like actually doing more than 250 PRV a month. So for those consultants, this will not really affect them. We'll always be getting that 25%. Who this affects is your consultants who are being their own consultants. And what bothers me here is that we have been told, and we have been telling them, myself included, that once they hit certified, they get a 25% commission, always, forevermore. And that is now being taken, which I have a real issue with. I don't like being made a liar, and that is how I feel right now. So there is that. So I do wish that they had, I don't have an issue necessarily with them taking 5% to people who are not actively working it. Okay, so that I don't have a total issue with. My issue is that the existing consultants were not grandfathered in. If anyone joins after March 1st and they want to apply that reasoning, I would have had no issue with that. My issue is that the ones who were told one thing are now being told another. So there's that. One of the other changes is to the monthly sales award. Now this one I'm not really opposed to. This is only going to affect your consultants who are really, really like, this is definitely a business for them. And so I am one of those people. So while I do have a full-time job in a professional field outside the house, this is like a significant thing for me now. It is a significant side job. So monthly sales award currently is 2,000 PRV in a month, and you don't have to earn it every month. It's a 5% bonus on the months you do earn it. So instead of 25% commission, you'd be getting 30%. So it's a nice little thing to reach for. That is what I typically go for and often reach. So 2,000 PRV in a month, that is monthly sales award. You get a 5% bonus, which works out to significant money at that PRV level. That has changed to 2,500 PRV. So they're boosting it by 500 PRV, which is approximately $665 Canadian. It's a significant jump. I'm not opposed to it because it does only affect the higher level consultants, which I'm not mad about. It is what it is. And I do like things to make sense, and this one actually does make sense to me because I've had this thought before, even like a year ago, is that if you earn the $2,000 monthly sales award every single month, all 12 months of the year, you might still not earn the annual sales award. The annual sales award is a 30,000 PRV in 1 year award. So to earn the 30,000 PRV in a year award, you have to earn more than the monthly sales award every month. So you have to earn 2,500 PRV per month to earn it. So in this system, the new system, if you earn the monthly sales award all 12 months, you are guaranteed to be getting the annual sales award. So that makes sense to me, because before you could earn the monthly sales award every single month and still not reach the annual sales award, which to me felt backwards. So now if you earn the monthly sales award all 12 months in the year, you are guaranteed you will earn the annual sales award, which does come with a $1,000 bonus, which is lovely. And that is staying the same. So yes, they are increasing the monthly sales award, which will impact the higher volume consultants, but not anyone else. So at the end of the day here, what this means for consultants is that we have new consultant agreements to sign. So to remain a consultant, you will have to sign a new agreement on your workstation. Those, I believe, are rolling out here soon. I haven't had mine pop up yet. I mean, I don't know when they're rolling out, but you'll have to sign that probably before March 1st. I think everyone's going to have to sit with this information. It has been a lot of information. It's been a chaotic week with it. I think everyone's going to have to sit with this for a little while. Mull over what it means for you. Are you really, really upset about this? Do you want to walk away? Think about it for a while. I mean, that's the thing. We do have like 6 weeks, a month and a half to think about this. If you want to walk away, that's something to sit with and think about. I hope you don't, as a customer or as a consultant, but I mean, I would understand. I get it. People have breaking points, and for some people that was years ago. For some people it's never, you never know. Everyone's got a spot. But just sit with it and think about it. Again, for some customers, it's going to mean, an extra few dollars here or there on orders. Is that worth it to you? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. For consultants, it may mean you get the 25% commission a little bit less often. And that may mean a little bit less commission for you overall. Is that okay with you? Are you all right with that? At the end of the day, like I said, it is going to be for those consultants that are landing between $200 and $250. It is going to be like, we're talking like under $20, which I mean is still not insignificant. I'm not trying to invalidate that. But again, for some people that's not going to be significant, and for some people it is. So again, it's going to be very personal here on where you sit with this and how you feel about it, and what decisions you make. So that is what I've got for today. So in sum, just a really, really quick breeze through these changes. We are getting rid of travel twists and car bars, and region 2 and 3 are getting rid of body care. Done. There are no direct price increases. The parties tiers are changing. So they're raising to qualify for party rewards. You now have to have a higher reaching party. You can still have them open 3 months. Half offs are being renamed host deals, but they are still, as far as we know, half off items. Bundles. The biggest kicker here is that the buy 5 get 1 bars are now only available through your consultant. You can still bundle bars as buy 6 get 10% off. The warmer bundles, the Perfect Scentsy systems and the Scentsy systems and the Perfect Scentsy bundles, again, they're so confusing. Those are being revamped, and I think for the better. Personally, I think for the better, and value-wise, they're a better value at 10% off than they were at the existing 5% off. So not mad about that. At least I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Any non-licensed warmer plus 6 bars is 10% off now. I think that's a better value. Well, I know it is because mathematically it is. But it does cost more. So, I mean, there is that. Air purifier and all of the air products are going to be available as bundles now as well. And again, they're renaming all of the pod delivery systems to include Scentsy Air in the name. So Scentsy Air Purifier, Scentsy Air Quad, Scentsy Air just for the tabletop fan diffuser, Scentsy Air Mini for the wall fan diffuser, the Scentsy Air Go for the Scentsy Go, and the Scentsy Air Solo for the mini fan diffuser. So those are cute. Got it. And again, those can all be bundled with pods as well for the 10% off with 6. Classic Clean Bundle, Laundry Love Bundle, Moisture Medley Bundle are all staying. They're going to be 10% off. The Pick 3 bundles are gone. Again, those were not a great bundle deal to begin with. So, I mean, we are losing something there, but it'll be okay. In my opinion. Again, you might have stronger feelings about that. I don't know. And again, for consultants, there is a change to a 250 PRV active level. So a $50 increase from the current to be active. And again, you do only need to be active 1 month in a calendar year still. The biggest thing there for consultants is that for any month that you do not reach the active level, you will be getting paid 20% commission instead of the 25%. So there is that. Also, the monthly sales award is increasing by 500 PRV to 2,500 PRV. So that is what you need to earn to get the monthly sales award now. The flip side of that, the silver lining, is that if you do earn the monthly sales award every month, you are guaranteed the annual sales award, which does have a significant bonus. So there is the changes kind of summarized in like a couple minutes. But that is just kind of a review because there was so much there. There was so much in this video. This is going to be a long one. And thanks for bearing with me through that. This was not a fun video to make. And I hope I haven't offended anyone or hurt anyone's feelings. That was not my goal here. So yeah, one thing I would say is there's been a lot of talk and a lot of hurt feelings going around this week. And I get it. I really do. The one thing I would encourage you to do if you're feeling those things is to reach out to head office and to Scentsy corporate. Because we can yell and scream into the void on the internet until we're blue in the face, and they're never going to see it. So if you have issues with these changes, contact head office and you can let them know your thoughts and opinions. But that is who can change this. Consultants can't. As much as we like being consultants, we don't have control over the corporation. We just don't. So we can't change this, and screaming into the void can't change this. Being mad internally can't change this, but telling head office that you're angry and why might. So that is what I would encourage you to do. Sit with all this for a while. I mean, sit with it and decide what works for you and what you need to do, or anything that you want to do, or whether this is going to be fine for you in the end. It might be. I know for me personally, I'm not unhappy with all of these changes. There are a couple that I have a real issue with, one of them being the commission for the hobbyist consultants. But I mean, the rest of them kind of make sense to me. I am not shocked we're losing car bars or travel twists. I am not shocked or upset about the revamping of the bundles. I do wish they had kept the buy 5 get 1 on the website, because I think a lot of people are gonna struggle with that. But I do want customers to get the best value. And so contact your consultant. If that's me, then great. If it's not, contact your consultant anytime to get those bars ordered. And again, none of this goes into effect till March 1st. So right now you can go on the website and order all the buy 5 get 1 bar bundles you want. March 1st, that will change. But feel free at that point to contact your consultant or myself and we'll get you sorted. That was a lot. Thanks so much for watching. I do have a scent of the month coming today or tomorrow. I don't know. I will do a video of that with hopefully warm reviews at some point here soon this week, and that'll probably be the next time you see me. So next time you see me, I will probably be doing scent of the month, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.